Hello, Greenlight Today family. It is so good to be here doing a vlog. I am substituting for Nisi. I will be doing the vlog today, the 17th and the 24th, so it's good to be with you. I don't know how many of you know this, but in October of last year, I made a conscious choice to live what I call the freelance life, to live in community. And it has been a transition, but every step of the way, I've just been invited by the spirits or the heavens or God just to go deeper into who I am. And I've met people from all over the world, Turkey, India, London, Scotland, Canada, just kind of all around. And it's just been really a great time, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, sooner or later I'm going to have to ground myself again, but I really am enjoying this experience. But like I said in the beginning, it was a really scary transition. So I wanted to talk about deep authenticity. You know, as Greenlight Today family, we talk about a lot of spiritual subjects, and I think this is the year to go deeper. We have been on the surface of so many things and so many wonderful vlogs and comments and stories, and I'm challenging myself this year to really go deeper and to ask myself questions. Because one of the things I learned in being around people from around the world, you know what? We are more alike than we are unalike. Shirley Chisholm said that. She was the first black woman to run successfully for Congress, I think in 1972. I don't know. My history eludes me right now. So I wanted to share something with you, and it's from a website called Loner Wolf. LONERWOLF.com. It's a very interesting website. I'm just kind of getting into it, but they've really been speaking to me and really saying, Trisha, it's time to start peeling back some more onion layers because you've got through the first couple layers. Now you need to keep going. And something came to me also, and I'll speak to about it later, about revelation and how revelation should make you uncomfortable. Because if you something that is being revealed to you and you already know it, it's not really a revelation. So revelation is definitely a growth spurt. But what I wanted to talk to you more about today was deep authenticity. And we know growing up, you know, as children, we are just ourselves, right? And then we become domesticated. And I know that's a term that we think of with animals, but it's with people too, right? Society domesticates us. And I don't think they do that in a mean way. Our parents love us, but they want to show us how to act in certain situations. They want us to be successful and on and on and on. And even with good intentions, though, that may not be who we are. And so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, well, who was I in high school compared to now? And in high school, well, actually, I was still very social in high school. Smart. I was in all kind of clubs, just did stuff. But I was known as the smart person and the go-to person, right? And I became attached to that personality. I became attached to that version of me. And as I'm getting older, I'm a part of the revelation that I'm experiencing is that really who, if left to my own, I would have become? And not to say that it's a bad thing, because we all have to grow. Just one moment. Sorry. Because we all have to grow, right? But I go back even further when I was 6 or 7, and I was into poetry, and I was into writing, and I was into, we had this yard and a huge tree, and I used to sit and have, these different thoughts in my mind. And so I feel that is something that's really authentic inside of me. And so this article that it's talking about, deep authenticity, is talking about the birth of dreams. And sometimes we come to a point in our life where we're more attached to the dream of ourselves than to our real self. And to try to get to know the real self and to understand who the real self is really work. And so we remain attached to our dream self. And then what happens, we become split. And then, sometimes I question, well, why did I make that decision? That didn't really feel right. But I felt like that's something I should do. And really, it was more being attached to a dream than really listening to my inner self. And so the article was talking about, well, we really have to go deeper than we've ever gone before. And it talks about, wrestling with your ego. And I'm in sort of the same thought that someone else of the bloggers had talk about our monsters. Let's just make friends. Let's just be friends with our monsters and our ego, and just fill everything with love. And it talks about that the deeper we go, we're going to question attachment to who we really are. But if we love ourselves, we begin to experience ourselves. And it talks about being truthful and forgiveness. And it says that forgiveness starts with the small things, right? You think about forgiveness as being really huge, but forgiveness could be when you ate that meal and you know you had 1,000 calories and you shouldn't have eaten it. Well, your mind goes to work on that thought, and your mind says, well, body, maybe you should punish it. Maybe you shouldn't eat that, shouldn't process that food as fast. Let her feel guilty. Let her feel that guilt in her gut. And the body says, okay. And so self-forgiveness sometimes even starts with the small things. And then it talks about, of course, self-love. And one of the things that I liked when it talked about self-love is that all of us have this emotional poison. And we need this water of truth-giving life to flush out that poison. And to love ourselves despite all the accumulation of anger and judgment and, and on and on. And then, of course, it talks about having those moments of aloneness. And aloneness, when we think of solitude, we think maybe of being still. But aloneness should be that time when your living energy, your living authenticity comes. And so I just wanted to share this information about deep authenticity. And I am also going to be challenging myself this year to be authentic. And it may not always be easy, but I know we can rise to the occasion. So anyway, I want everybody to have a great week. Love yourselves deeply. Love your monsters deeply too. And I will see you again on the 17th. Thanks. Bye.